Alright, hey everybody, how's it going? Michigan here. Another replay for you. This time we have Klarn from class playing in the Bourrasque. Now, Klarn is here on El Haloof in a really nice matchup. Lots of tier 6s and tier 7s for him to pounce on. And we are going to see exactly what Klarn does with this matchup here. Now, Klarn is initially headed down the 2 line, working this area, which is Charlie 2, which is often for vehicles with gun depression. It is worth noting here, Klarn is running food, in case you're wondering about his reload or anything like that. But other than that, he's running pretty standard lineup. Now, Klarn's setting up early to spot anything that might be coming down the A line. And it looks like he has a tier 7, a tier 6, and another tier 8 with him also coming up the 1 line. Cromwell's decided to go low sight and spot. Not quite sure what that A46 is doing there. Actually, quite a rare vehicle, that A46. And not 2 minutes into the battle, the team has already lost tier 7 in the Super Hellcat, who went down to the Delta 4 spot to try and light up enemy vehicles. Not quite sure how I feel about that decision. Now, the Boogie has made his way down to Bravo 1, or up to Bravo 1, actually. And now we spot the first vehicle crossing. Klarn gets 1 hit, reloads, and just squeezes another one in there. Unfortunately, both of those shells really low roll. This tank has a 2-round autoloader that should hit for 360 on each. And fortunately, that first one hit for 303, and the second one hit for 307, as we can see there in the bottom left. Now, Klarn is going to rotate out of that position, noting the KV2 on the corner, and is going to look for somewhere else to go. Fakes like he's going down the 1 line. Great play there. And as he gets unlit, he's going to move up to D1. Now, if you don't get across to where that MX M4 is, and that Boogie went, you're in a very difficult situation if you want to get over there. Often where that IS is, there'll be tanks waiting for vehicles to cross, as Klarn did on this side, waiting for vehicles to cross down the A line. Klarn's going to check the corner. Sees nothing initially. The Boogie, unfortunately, has fallen, but we have killed 2 of their tanks, and that's a KV2 on the corner. Let's not deal with that one. Nope, we're not going to deal with that. This tank really doesn't have a lot of armor, and that KV2 will do full damage and possibly overmatch. So Klarn's just going to kind of hang out here for a little bit. It's dead even right now. Klarn's team is up by under 200 hit points. Not much there, under 300 now, but same difference. And now Klarn is going to make a move to the inside here, crossing, noting that IS now jumped into the load point. And he's going to work this corner, see if we can't try and take out maybe this IS here. The HT number 6 is rounding the corner. Looks like he's willing to go around to engage that tier 7 heavy tank. And Klarn is all more than happy to let him take the hits. IS is actually using the small gun. Unfortunately, he is not fully upgraded. Normally that tank should hit for 390. Klarn takes full advantage of that and finishes off that tier 7 Soviet heavy tank for his first kill of the game. Unfortunately, in the south side, things have taken a turn for the worse. Them losing 3 tanks down there. Cromwell just fell as well. Now putting the team down 2 vehicles and down 650 hit points. Looks like they have this T-32 cornered. It's almost down, and the HT number 6 finishes him off. Klarn, thinking about going around that corner, decides not to, as that KV2 is probably still watching that area. Instead, he's going to look for other tanks to kill. Team has brought it back up 4-5 with that T-32 going down. Now Klarn's going to start to look towards other things to feast on. Looks for the KV2. First shot just goes into the dirt, luckily with the 2-round autoloader. Second shell finishes off that tier 6 heavy tank, now killing 2 Russian heavies. Klarn hanging out behind this rock to reload. Let's just speed up the replay here as he reloads and relocates. And then we'll slow it right back down to 1x speed. Alright, back to 1x speed. as Klarn is done reloading and done relocating. Spots 2 American Tier 6 TDs. He's going to finish off the Jackson there with his first shot and puts one into the T-78 for the second one. Basically a Hellcat. T-78 puts one into him. Luckily, it only hits his track. That's quite unfortunate for that Tier 6 American TD. And Klarn is just more than happy to pull off and reload again. This tank only has about a 22-second reload, so it isn't too difficult if you miss 2 of your shots, and combined with the speed, makes this vehicle extremely dangerous, as able to basically one-clip most Tier 6s and do a lot of damage to 7s and 8s. The AMX M4 is asking for help clearing out this corner. There's a Scorpion G, the Bourrasque, and the T-78 are still over there. Fortunately, a T-52 gets lit. Rushes the first shot, only hits the track. With a 2-second inner clip, he's able to finish off that tank, bringing him up to 4 kills now. Great result there. Actually, the 3rd American tank destroyer is hit so far today. He's going to go back around. Let's see where he decides to go this time. Not going up that same spot, doesn't really want to engage that. May not be sure about that Scorpion G or the T-78. Maybe he thinks that there's other vehicles waiting for him. But regardless, he decides to come up and deal with the Bourrasque. It seems to be poking this corner. Spots an Artie. Going to ignore that in the meantime. Bourrasque is making a run for it as he's a one-shot. Misses his first shell. Klarn finishes him off. And is now going to put one to the UDES. Takes a hit from the T-78, who backed up to support him. Klarn's up to 5 kills. Took 1 hit from that T-78. Not too big of a deal there. This tank does have a healthy 1,250 hit points, which is quite a bit for what it's able to do. Klarn's team is up 9-7. 9-8 now as the Scorpion G makes a push and finishes off that AMX M4 45. Auto-waving there, finishing off that Scorpion G for 6 kills. There's his Top Gun. And now with 2 already left and a bunch of TDs and a lot of map position, Klarn's team is in a pretty good place right now. Klarn working back up. He's really been working all these ridges, just seeing what pops up. A lot of tanks sitting on the corners. Spots the UDES, aiming in. Finishes off that vehicle, decides to reload, may have regretted that decision as the T-78 pops up from a bush, and now Klarn has to reload. Let's speed it up quickly, as they're just poking against each other. Artie takes a punt, and now Klarn is reloaded. Fortunately, this tank does suffer from a bad case of gun depression with only 6 degrees, I believe. But as the T-78 pushes out, Klarn auto-locks and finishes that, bringing him up to 8 kills. Let's speed it up again. Klarn gets hit by both Arties. And he's going to make his way up here. 2 tanks left. Can he get the Pools medal? 1 shot into the GW, 2 shots. And now it's just 1 SU-8 left. Will he get there in time? Unfortunately, he doesn't, as the Hellcat finishes him off. And both Arties look for one as well, allowing him to finish with 9 kills. Great result there for the Bourrasque. Obviously, kind of kicking puppies in that game, as most of them were Tier 6s. As a matter of fact, a lot of his kills were Tier 6s. But still, 9 kills and nothing to not be proud of. Let's take a look at the post-game. First Class Mastery Badger. See what this tank is able to do. Fire for effect, obviously. Bruiser, Duelist, Radley Walters for the 8 kills. He got an extra one as well. High Caliber and Top Gun. You know, obviously he got a Radley Walters, so he's going to get a Top Gun. Finishing top of his team with close to 1,500 base XP. Great result there. Doing more, well, obviously, more kills than the rest of his team combined. Completely dominating that entire match. Finishing with 137,000 credits, 83 base. Did have to lose 20k because of the food, but not a big deal there. 18 shots fired for 9 kills is quite good. Obviously, with 16 pens, that means he was getting a kill more than half the time he was shooting, hence his very low damage, but great focus fire there. Awesome job, Klarn. Loved watching this one. I hope you did too, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.